This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
One lap under the caution, and Bill Elliott, who is the man out front right now. Tony Stewart in second, Jeff Burton in third, Mark Martin and Dale Jarrett, and Johnny Benson in that unsponsored white Pontiac. That's the lead draft, 6 cars strong. Trouble, big trouble, front straightaway a car. Michael Waltrip hard in the wall.
Terry Labonte also up against the wall there.
Oh, and Waltrip gets slammed by Jeremy Mayfield. Caution is out, and Michael Waltrip took a wild ride.
Mayfield, he's got a lot of damage to his Ford.
Waltrip, okay.
Boy, that's good to see. I mean, he really got whacked.
Terry Labonte, who with Waltrip took provisional spots to get into this field against the wall.
I can see Terry moving around inside.
The machine belongs to driver Kevin LePage, and Marty Snyder's with him behind the wall.
And with a frustrated look, he still sits behind the wheel of the FamilyClick.com Ford. And Kevin, what's got you behind the wall?
Well, unfortunately, we broke a couple shock mounts in the rear for this FamilyClick.com Ford. Really hit it for the guys back at the shop. This is a brand new race car, and we're just riding along right there about mid-pack and just trying to make our way to the front. Just one of them deals.
And Kevin said what actually happened was the shock mounts broke, both of the rear shock mounts, so they're going to have to weld those mounts back on, then they'll put the shocks back on. It'll be a while.
Oh, trouble in the tri-oval. Terry Labonte gets out of control. Michael Waltrip hits the wall. We have 2 cars involved. Waltrip comes back across the racetrack in traffic, gets tagged by another machine, and the second caution is out on the Pepsi 400.
I believe that other machine, it looked like just going down there in the smoke, could have been Jeff Gordon, but we'll wait and see. I think it might have been.
Barney, that was Jeremy Mayfield who collided with a spinning car once it came to the end of the front straightaway. Smoke again all over this end of the racetrack, but it was Mayfield who made the collision.
So
and
caution
there's
is
another one involved in there too that's sitting down on the inside of the racetrack, Barney. There's
we saw that one go out there. Couldn't tell who it was, but Terry Labonte is resting up against the wall with quite a bit of damage to his car. We're under caution at lap 82. It is the second one of the evening, and it's apparently going to involve at least 4 cars and maybe some sheet metal damage to some other cars that dive through it.
just before the spin happened here in the tri-oval, the NASCAR race director, David Hoots, got on his radio and was asking the starter to check one of the cars in that group. I believe it was Michael Waltrip's machine, for a report that oil might have started to leak from it. Waltrip, Terry Labonte, and Jeremy Mayfield, the 3 cars that wind up being involved in the accident. So the leaders come by the opening of pit road, and the pit lane is closed at this point. So it's going to be another minute or so before they're able to make any pit stops, and any of the drivers are able to come in and get service as the pit lane is closed and the field comes by with everyone staying on the racetrack.
Michael Waltrip.
Okay, there's Terry going around. He makes contact with the 7 car there, Waltrip. Now, what triggered that, I'm not sure.
There were some reports there was oil on the track, and there's Mayfield, pow, right into Waltrip. Trying to run through the smoke. And so 3 cars are knocked out of this race.
Careful, widen even more.
Now here's Earnhardt right here leading this second group. It's trouble. Scott Pruitt. Big trouble in turn 1. The front of that car used up. Damage on the left rear corner, and caution is out for the 3rd time tonight.
Boy, this will change things all around now.
What it'll do is going to put them in a position. They'll race back to the flag here, but it'll put them in a position they can probably go the rest of the way on a tank of fuel. It'll be close.
Boy, Scott Pruitt hit pretty hard. Not hard enough to keep. Here's the tail end of it as Pruitt's around and nose into the wall in turn 1.
Wow.
The right rear tire looked down, but not sure if that was what precipitated the accident or the result of it.
Well, he had some damage to the car, to the right rear corner, and a wreck previous to this.
Let's go to Ralph. Kevin Hamlin is the crew chief for Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, trouble! In the wall is Elliott, hard. Bill Elliott hard as they went 3 wide. Ricky Rudd, I think, collects, or check that, Stacy Compton collects him, and Elliott's car, one of the fastest 3 here, is demolished.
What's John Andretti to the inside? 3 wide, head on into the wall is Bill Elliott. Spinning slaps the wall again. Everybody scrambling. Sterling Marlin in contact. Stacy Compton hard into the outside wall. Multi-car crash in turn number 3.
Caution is on the Speedway as they race back to the start-finish line. Caution will come out at lap number 48 as the field comes across the stripe. Let's go back to turn 3.
Well, they were shuffling for position, and they got 3 wide about 2/3 of the way down the super stretch, and I believe somebody got into the right rear corner on the McDonald's Ford as Bill Elliott's car went from the middle of the racetrack, shot straight up across the asphalt, hit the inside retaining wall, spun back down to the apron, reversed field, and tagged it again on the outside, and then from there on, it was just dodgeball at 195 miles an hour.
Stacy Compton brings his car back to the pit lane with damage to the right front corner. He was the one that hit Elliott a glancing blow when Elliott came back down across the track. Compton's car picked up in the air on the left side wheels, but then came back down on the pavement as Bill Elliott climbs from his car in turn 3, throws both his hands up in the air, and then throws his arm restraints back at the window of the car, both in frustration and I'm sure extreme bitterness at having a potential winning car now sitting in a big wad in turn number 3.
Benson brings it back to the line.
Stacy Compton was the car that collected Elliott after it was nearly over, and Compton's race is. Elliott trying to become only the 3rd owner driver to win this race. Jack Smith in 1960, Richard Petty in 75 and 77, and Elliott not tonight.
Whether it was Mike Skinner or Matt Kenseth or one of those cars in that group right there, but Elliott expressing some displeasure there somewhere and has now gone to the ambulance for the trip to the infield care center.
There's Bill Elliott. He gets hit from behind by Mike Skinner, turned him right up into the wall. You can see everybody back there hoping he does not come back down the racetrack.
And here's another look. He's already up there. And here comes Compton. Knocks the right front into him. And this is Marlin. May have just been abrading the racetrack, sliding back up. That's a 31-degree ramp, and even the best SUV can't make that one without damage.
I'm watching everybody. I'm telling you what, they're running a perfect line around the racetrack, and how do you pass somebody when they're running that perfect line?
Yeah. Trouble, back straight away. Cars sliding down to the infield. There's Spencer in big trouble. This run to the caution, if they can't get it cleaned up, this could be the race. Here they come. Off turn number 4, trying for a 2nd win of the year. Jeff Burton leads them to the caution flag with Jarrett, Earnhardt, Wallace, and Martin. Jimmy Spencer.
All 4 tires flat on that car, so he spun many times round and round.
The start-finish line, and Jeff Burton is protecting that. Now he comes, Jarrett tries it on the inside, then he tries it on the outside. Burton blocking him every move he makes.
Still gaining speed. Won't be till they come around to the start-finish line. They'll be back to 190 miles an hour. Moves in mid-pack at 10th place. Chad Little battling side by side.
Now Jarrett's back about 2 car lengths as they head down towards the back straightaway there, down the back straightaway. He does have a run there, but you see what happened there? Jeff Burton pulls to the inside when he sees Jarrett coming, but look behind him.
3 wide. Rusty Wallace to the inside, sandwiching Earnhardt and sending him backwards.
Mark Martin up on the high side of Rusty Wallace there. Tony Stewart pushing the 2 car there of Wallace as they come off turn 4.
It's a Ford front 4. They shuffled the Chevys and Pontiacs out of there. 3 laps to go.
And Rusty's got to run on DJ now as they come down the front straightaway here. They try to go around Burton, but Burton blocks every move that they make.
Boy, that's not going to last there. I'm going to tell you, you're going to run out of racetrack looking in the mirror quite that way. You can miss your mark getting in the corner by running that mirror that much.
That was certainly driving with that rear view mirror.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is dropped to the apron and to the back of the pack. That will put him 33rd. Jeff Burton out front has the world's widest rear bumper.
Boy, he does have it. He's made good use of it, too. Here comes Rusty.
Watch that 2 car of Wallace as he pulls down on Dale Jarrett.
And Ricky Rudd's in that front group now. He's really made a move to the front.
Got 5 Fords there battling it out.
2 laps to go. Ward Burton and Tony Stewart, the 2 Pontiacs, fighting back at 6th place. Side by side. Earnhardt behind them.
Yeah, Earnhardt's got nowhere to go right now. He's just sitting in the middle there waiting on these guys to determine where they're going to go.
And that's 2 frustrating finishes in a row for Earnhardt at Pocono, or rather 2 out of 3, where he got muscled up by Mayfield in the last lap.
Looking back from your leader, Dale Jarrett, the second place car, as they go down the back straightaway. Jarrett inches up, not runs up, inches up.
3 miles to go.
And the crew is looking at it. There's Jeff Burton's crew looking to see if he's going to be able to hold them off.
And Jeff Burton would love to see somebody try DJ on the bottom side or high side. If they get side by side, that would give him white flag.
Dale Jarrett has been the fastest car in qualifying, one of the fastest in practice. Jeff Burton had only 2 fresh tires on that last stop, but he's done everything to keep Jarrett in his mirror. 2 miles to go.
Kim Burton looking on, praying. Not breathing much right now. Come on, Jeff, she says.
Wallace trying to line up with Jarrett. Can they make a move? Will Burton give them anywhere to go?
I don't think he will.
I think Burton's going to run that perfect line. Jarrett looks to the outside now. Nowhere to go there. Trying the bottom side again.
Jeff Burton won his first Winston Cup race on CBS. He comes off turn 4, and he's going to win the last Winston Cup race on CBS. Jeff Burton over Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, and Mark Martin, winning the Pepsi 400.
He did a marvelous job of protecting his territory.
Now that was a chess game. That was a chess game, and he did block the racetrack, but it's his racetrack to block. When you're leading, you can do what you please.
Absolutely. Protecting his territory.
The NapaOnline.com margin of victory, 0.149 seconds. Jeff Burton over Dale Jarrett.
Drivers come by to congratulate him.
2 laps to go as Jeff Burton brings him across the line. He is ahead of Dale Jarrett this time by just 1 car length. Single file among the front 5, door to door from 6th place on back in turn 1.
Steaming up into turn number 1. Again, Jeff Burton, the commander-in-chief here with Dale Jarrett trying to make something happen. For now, he stays in line, single file, with Rusty Wallace in 3rd, Mark Martin 4th, and now Ricky Rudd closing in. He's up to the 5th position.
As they race the super stretch, it's Jarrett just lurking in that number 2 position. Jeff Burton leads the charge in a 3. Jarrett rides in 2nd. Rusty Wallace 3rd, a car length back to Mark Martin and Ricky Rudd.
So far, Jarrett has yet to make his move on race leader Jeff Burton. They're in turn 4. Burton up at the front of a long line of traffic.
Jeff Burton coming down, looking for the white flag, hoping to hold off the charging pack of traffic directly behind him. Dale Earnhardt Jr. just limped across the line. He has lost the engine on his car, apparently. White flag, 1 lap to go. Can Jeff Burton hold off Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, and Ricky Rudd?
Everybody waiting to see what Dale Jarrett may try. What he might try to make happen here is Jeff Burton leads the way. Up off turn number 2. So far, nothing. Jarrett stays in line, single file. Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, no one showing anything yet.
Single file to the back chute. Now Jarrett sneaks a peek down to the inside, but he's not close enough. It's going to have to happen in 3 and 4. Burton the leader. Half a car length back to Jarrett, then Rusty Wallace.
Into turn 4 for the final time. Here's Dale Jarrett gathering momentum behind the race leader, but Jeff Burton moves down low to block. It's Burton in front off turn 4.
Here they come, the final sprint to the tri-oval. Dale Jarrett's bid for 3 straight is going to come up 1 spot short. Jeff Burton wins at Daytona. He takes the 42nd Pepsi 400 by just a couple of feet over Dale Jarrett. Rusty Wallace finishes 3rd, Mark Martin 4th, and Ricky Rudd 5th. Jeff Burton got out in front at lap number 121 and was never headed from there. He put a tremendous block on Dale Jarrett at the restart with 4 laps to go to keep the defending NASCAR Winston Cup champ behind him.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a presentation of TNT Sports.